If you feel tired before the day has really started, if simple choices feel oddly difficult, or if you find yourself avoiding decisions altogether, then this video is for you. Because the problem probably isn't discipline, it's not motivation, and it's not that you're bad at making decisions. It's that decision fatigue has been draining you quietly all day long. In this video, I'll show you what decision fatigue actually is, why it builds without you noticing, and how it quietly sabotages focus, motivation, and momentum. This isn't about making better decisions, it's about making fewer unnecessary ones. Decision fatigue isn't dramatic, it doesn't announce itself. It shows up as hesitation, as irritability, as mental fog, as avoidance, or the urge to just not deal with this right now. Every decision, even small ones, cost energy. What to respond to first, what to work on, what to ignore, what to postpone. By the time you get to the task that actually matters, your system is already depleted. Decision fatigue hits conscientious people hardest, people who care about doing things properly. They try to make the right choice. They try to think through consequences. They don't want to mess things up. They don't make careless decisions. They make too many careful ones, and care, when multiplied across dozens of decisions, becomes load. Most decision fatigue doesn't come from big choices. It comes from tiny, constant ones. Should I answer this now or later? Is this the best way to start? What if there's a better option? Should I do this before that? Each one seems harmless. Together, they quietly exhaust your system. When decision energy runs low, something predictable happens. Your brain stops wanting to choose. So instead of deciding, it delays, it avoids, it defaults, or it shuts down. From the outside, this looks like procrastination. Internally, it's conversation. Your brain is trying to avoid further depletion. As decision fatigue builds, everything feels heavier, prioritizing feels harder, and clarity disappears. This isn't because tasks got harder, it's because decision capacity shrank. When decision making becomes an effort, even starting feels risky. That's when freeze shows up. Well-meaning advice like just decide and move on, stop overthinking, trust your gut. Advice like that often backfires under decision fatigue because deciding requires energy and that energy is already gone. Forcing decisions under depletion increases stress, which drains capacity further. It becomes a loop. Here's the reframe from the momentum reset method. Your problem isn't that you're bad at decisions, it's that you're making too many unnecessary ones. Momentum doesn't come from sharper judgment, it comes from reducing the number of decisions your brain has to make. Relief precedes clarity. So look for decision fatigue in vague tasks, unclear next steps, open-ended projects, I'll figure it out as I go plans. Each one forces your brain to keep deciding. Clarity reduces decisions while vagueness multiplies them. This is why simple routines feel calming, not because they're boring, but because they remove choice. Constraints aren't restrictive, they're protective. When fewer decisions are required, energy is preserved for the things that matter the most. Unmade decisions don't disappear, they linger. Each unresolved choice becomes background noise, it becomes mental pressure, it becomes a subtle drain on your attention. Decision fatigue isn't just about decisions you make, it's also about decisions you keep postponing. You don't need to lock your life into rigid systems. You need clearer defaults, smaller choices, defined stopping points. Ask, what decision can I remove entirely? What can be decided once instead of repeatedly? This is gentle optimization, not control freakery. When decisions are reduced, thinking becomes lighter, focus stabilizes, motivation reappears. Energy isn't created, it's freed. Decision fatigue didn't mean you lacked energy, it meant your energy was being spent invisibly. Decision fatigue and overwhelm feed each other. Overwhelm increases decisions. Decisions increase fatigue. Fatigue increases overwhelm. Breaking the loop requires reducing load, not pushing through it. If you feel exhausted by small choices, you're not weak. You're not indecisive, and you're not failing. Your system has been asked to choose too much too often. If decision making has felt heavy lately, just pause. Nothing is wrong with you. Decision fatigue doesn't announce itself. It quietly runs the day in the background. In the next videos, we'll explore how to reduce cognitive load, why urgency takes over, and how momentum returns when decisions decrease. And those videos, as with this one, are part of my Overwhelm playlist, and I'll put a link up here somewhere. and in the description, so you can find that. And if you want a structured way to apply this, the momentum reset method walks you through it step by step. There'll be a link in the description. You don't need better decisions, you need fewer of them.